the math works out great because you've literally done over $100,000 worth of business on the system and received back $100,000 worth of goods and services that you normally would have paid money for,
Right.
but instead now you can just trade that jewelry. Well, hello everybody. My name is John Porter, founder and CEO of Barter, based out of Hamilton, Ontario in Canada here. And today I'm joined by Vicky Harrison of Vicky Harrison Designs, who is a handmade jeweler. And so welcome here to our office here in Stony Creek.
Thank you.
Awesome to have you here, and we really appreciate you taking some time to spend with us here today. So we just wanted to kind of talk to all you handmade artisans out there who right now are likely navigating this COVID situation. Maybe you're sitting on some extra inventory. Maybe you're wondering how to get that to market. We know that you're pivoting and that you're getting into digital trade shows and things like that. With the farmers markets being closed and different handmade markets being closed, we'd love to present you with this idea behind this organized bartering system, which is Barter. So I thought it would be best to bring in Vicky, who's a handmade artisan, who's been with Barter for about 10 years now, and has actually bartered over $100,000 worth of her jewelry onto the system. So, and gotten other things in exchange. I think it's good to point out that this is not direct barter. I mean, bartering is the oldest form of commerce. It's how it was invented. But for two parties to enter into a fair barter transaction, each side has to want what the other person has at the same time in value. So can you think of a time at a show where you've actually done a direct trade with another vendor?
Oh, sure. Pottery. There was a great potter in Edmonton that was close to my booth, and they wanted my jewelry and I wanted their pottery, so it worked out beautifully.
That worked out great. So, and we're not going to discourage that. We love the idea of direct bartering and direct trading. We would encourage anybody listening that they would continue to do those things.
Right.
All we do is take it to that next level where, what if you want the pottery, but the pottery person doesn't want your jewelry? Now you're kind of stuck. But if you're both part of Barter, now you can pay for the pottery with barter credits, and the pottery person can take that and go utilize whatever they want in the network. Meanwhile, you can offer your jewelry up to anybody else in the system to earn those barter credits back. So it makes it, instead of a one-to-one bartering system, it's a one-to-many ecosystem where everybody can benefit from each other.
That's a really good point, because at our shows there aren't very many dentists that are sitting there. So if I want dental work, I don't have anybody to trade with there.
Yeah.
But if it's a pool that my trade dollars come into, then that works out really well.
So just maybe give us an idea, Vicky, what prompted you to join Barter and what type of activity you've been able to do on the system in terms of getting new business and how important that is.
Yeah, I first heard about Barter through my financial planner, Bruce Immelda.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think he was selling a sailboat at the time.
Right.
And he knew that I was doing jewelry and the arts and crafts show circuit.
Mm-hmm.
And he suggested checking it out. And I haven't looked back. It's been great. I've been able to do a lot of trades. I know a lot of us artists that normally do a lot of the shows across Canada have found that the shows have stopped. Our expenses and what we need done hasn't.
Right.
For example, had to get some dental work done, and it worked out really well. I just used some of my trade dollars to get dental work done. So in essence, I'm really moving forward with that, because the cost as a hand crafter that I'm out of pocket would be just my cost of production.
Right.
So when I sell at retail, I'm moving forward. I can't buy dental work at wholesale anywhere.
Yes.
So this works out really well in my favor.
Right, because you're able to offer up some of your inventory onto the system, the ecosystem. You then earn those barter credits into your account at the full retail value, which is new business. I think it's important to point out that pretty much 100% of the business you receive through Barter has been brand new customers.
Yes.
Who otherwise didn't know about your services and what you offer, right? So that's important. It brings in this brand new revenue stream that now you can take those barter credits and utilize them for other things. So it gives you that exposure in the marketplace, and I'm sure it's kind of unquantifiable in our system, but I'm sure that there are some even cash business that you've received as a result of even doing the Barter transactions as well.
Yes, for
from
sure.
the exposure, right?
So if another Barter member purchases from me, someone else sees the product they have and they like it, they're not a Barter member, they can contact me directly and then
use their credit card.
Sale.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so it allows you to open up and gain new market share.
Exactly.
Which is super important. So it's all about bartering what you have, bartering your idle time, idle inventory onto the system, earning those credits and using them for what you might need, like dental. Let's talk about the get side of the barter transaction, which is what you've been able to acquire. This is the shopping experience, the fun side. it's a pretty big list of some of the things you've been able to get. Things like dental and flowers and veterinary services. And is there any sort of notable things that you've been able to kind of pull from the system?
Oh yes, and we've used it a lot this summer. We ended up getting one of those huge fire tables for the back deck.
Nice.
So that's been great. We had the ash borer tree problem come through our area,
right?
And we had to have trees taken down, and so we were able to have tree removal done. And that's, I mean, things that you would normally have to pay full price for work out in my favor when I can go through barter pay.
You're basically paying with your own jewelry,
exactly,
instead of having to pull cash out of your pocket.
Yes. Services that we've had done would be veterinary help.
Oh yeah.
So that really offsets. It's something that's a necessity. You have to have done.
Yeah. What about dog grooming? Is that something you've been able to take?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and that's been really handy too.
Excellent. The math works out great because you've literally done over $100,000 worth of business on the system and received back $100,000 worth of goods and services that you normally would have paid money for.
Right.
But instead now you can just trade that jewelry.
Product photography is another one that has been really handy. So rather than out of pocket for my company, I can get product photography done. And I've also seen web services. A lot of us artists don't have time when we're doing the production, the design, and the marketing to do some of the online sales and social media, etc. So that's another great benefit with barter pay.
Absolutely, and with everything switching to digital and e-commerce at this point, I know a lot of artisans, the ones who are more forward thinking are probably already there, but the ones who are playing that catch up, who have to get that product photography done and different things done, some graphic design and even a website built. We have all those vendors in our system. I know you've been able to take advantage of them to offset those costs as well, so that's fantastic. Okay, so we've talked about the whole barter side of barter pay, which is sort of offering up your inventory onto the system to earn those credits. That's getting you market share, new customers. We've talked about the get side, which is what you can get back, offsetting costs and be able to improve your cash flow. But we also have this whole part of barter pay, which is the give part, which is barter pay it forward through our foundation, the charity. I know that you'll be able to make some donations with barter credits to our foundation, which then get redistributed to local charities who can go back into the system and get what they need. So how important is it as a small business owner to be connected to your community and give back?
I think it's really important. I think if you can give, it just keeps the whole cycle of business and giving and getting going. So if you can donate to people who really need it, you're helping them, and it's just a piece of your inventory, really. But it is your
inventory. That's the beauty of it, is that we're not, cash is so scarce in the regular world of business, never mind the COVID situation. So it's hard for small business owners to dip into their cash flow and donate money.
Right.
But if they can just donate barter credits to the local community, it's literally like donating some of their time or space or inventory, which is amazing. So that's awesome. Thank you for participating in that way. We really appreciate you being a barter pay it forward superhero. That's awesome. So switching gears a little bit, I know people always ask the question, well, how do I actually barter? Is it an app? Do I just download it? Do I just, magically things show up and things sell? And we know that we're kind of a tech company, but we really pride ourselves in having a human experience. And we do that through what's called a barter coach. So as you know, each barter pay member is assigned an actual real life human, the barter pay coach, which then can help them manage their account. So how important is it to work with your coach, Leslie? You can talk to us about that.
I think it's really important, especially when you get started, because then your coach can get to know you, what you're looking for, etc. So let's say there was an item I'm looking for or service, I can let my coach Leslie know, and then she'll just put feelers out, try and find it.
Right.
And in contrast, she knows what I do, so she can find customers for me. And if somebody's looking for something, she can do that connection for us.
Make the matches.
That's right, and it's not something that I've got to do. I just have to let her know what I'm looking for and what I have.
Right.
And she fills in the gap in between.
Exactly, and that's what our coaches do. They come alongside business owners, just like you, and those that are listening, and they help you navigate the system. Number one, they help you promote your goods, your wares, your art out to the network, so you can actually earn new revenue, get new customers. But more importantly, they help you, work with your wish list of things that you want to receive from the network, and then they go again do all that legwork and kind of pave the way. But yeah, we really love partnering with small businesses to help them grow and help them save a ton of money by this organized bartering platform. What would you say to a handmade artisan that's listening into this conversation right now? What would you say to them about barter pay and what they should maybe do for next steps?
Sure, I would say give it a try. You really don't have anything to lose. there are so many services that you can use, and at this point with COVID and all our shows being canceled, it's really nice to have an outlet to move product forward. You know, eventually we're going to need to freshen up the product. It gives you services that you're not paying cash, credit card for, and it's just a win-win situation.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, that's our biggest thing, is that we just urge business owners to try it out, open an account, get connected with a coach, you know, do a little bit of sales, earn some credits, go utilize them. If you like that process, hey, do it some more. If you don't like that process, that's okay. There's no hard feelings. You can just close your account. There's no contract that you have to sign. There's no minimum amount you have to do. The barter credits don't expire, you know, nothing silly like that. I really agree with that advice that, you know what, give it a try, see how it goes, and see if it's a fit for you. If you'd like to book a call with me, just hit that button below. Book a call with John. It's a 15-minute discovery call. It's free. I'd love to connect with you one-on-one, learn about what you do, see if there's a fit, and just guide you through this process to learn how to leverage organized barter to conserve cash and grow your business.